Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight was earlier. And I have to say, I had my brunch like in the lunch time. I had like some kind of tacos, like morning tacos, but I had like 7 or so bees that wanted to join Starlight. So, Starlight had to share her brunch with a lot of bees. They loved what I was eating. So, got to be careful at this time, especially at this time at the ending of the season. They get really aggressive at this time. So I'm surprised I didn't eat one or get stung. So anyway, I love you all, and I'm glad to hear some of you are out there, having fun camping, like I said the other day. And Starlight wishes she was with you. Yes, I do. I love to have campfires. Yeah. I don't do marshmallows anymore over the campfire, but that was one of the things that Starlight definitely did look forward to, besides putting hot dogs on sticks a long time ago. But Starlight loves to have a campfire. And it doesn't matter what time of year, any time of the year. Wintertime, you want to have a campfire? Okay, Starlight's out there. So anyway, make sure, you get your kids out and enjoy the rest of the season here, depending on where you are. And, everywhere is different. And out here, everything gets really crazy. It can have like 4 seasons in one day. So anyway, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. And you can find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, you can also give this video a thumbs up, beep, beep, beep. And, whoops, you can also, don't forget to leave a message down below, beep, beep, beep. I got all that mixed up. And you could share my videos with a blue jay. I heard one today. It was like, what's up with that blue jay? And because I saw all these bees, you can share my videos with the bees. And don't forget, like Starlight did, you could share these videos with your family or friend. Friend, you got more than one friend? Okay, hey, you got more friends than Starlight has. But anyway, besides that, don't forget the notification bell. That way you don't miss any videos. And don't forget to check out my playlist. I did add new playlists, so I still have to organize my videos, get them in the different places where they belong. And also you can follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So yesterday I was making a video and on the hiking trail, and Starlight, I kept on calling them berries, but they weren't berries. I was picking plums, little plums, and I got a whole shitload of those babies. And I'm like, well, I prayed that the archangels would guide me to help me to find lots of berries. Well, plums, see what I did? So anyway, as I was heading out of the trail before I was ready to make a video later on at the library, I forgot because I wanted to make a video outside, but it was really sunny at the time. So anyway, I did hear a lady talking to her like kids, or maybe she was with a friend. I don't know. There's a couple like kids close to being teenagers. They might have been a little bit under, like 13. By looking at their size. And these days it's hard to tell. So what did I hear on my way out? And that is exactly why I decided, whoa, I gotta make a video on that, because, sometimes, now I don't know how many parents are out here, so this can go for anybody, like singles, because this will help you to learn things that you might not want to do. It's all up to you anyway, how you bring up your kids, but I'm just a teacher, and not only am I a teacher, I am a student, so I ain't got all my shit together, and I know that, but it's not about being perfect here anyway. It's about really giving your all. If you're giving your all, who cares what other people say or about you? But that is what is important, is to giving your all every day is, a little bit further of being that change that you want to be in the world, or becoming your greatest version. And that pretty much goes hand in hand with what my YouTube channel is about. So anyway, is like I was saying with the lady with a couple kids, there was, I did not do that when I brought my kids up. And, so this goes for people that are single, that don't have kids. Maybe you're too young, maybe you're not ready. Hey, good for you. Enjoy your life, and you have kids whenever you really are ready to, and sometimes it happens by accidents. Whoops, how did that happen? Blame it on the guy, so anyway, is and this could be for people that have kids and grandpa and grandmas, all of you. So it really doesn't apply for people that don't want kids, or maybe they're into same-sex relationships, which it is something where there's even people in those kind of relationships that they have kids from their previous partners from before, and they could be bringing up children in a same-sex relationship now, so it could apply to those types of people too. God loves all of us, no matter what we do. No matter what we decide, God loves all of us. So I'm not here to judge those people, so that's not my job. The righteous, I believe the righteous, I think it says will inherit the earth, but I also believe it says in the Bible where the righteous shall judge, but there's a righteous judgment on that, just like the judges out in the world. And on that note is what I witnessed, and I was blown away because, instantly I was like, oh my, you really don't want to do that with your children. And I didn't see what, I didn't understand what was going on. And because I just was hearing, like I was in the middle of it, and I was just walking by. And what it was a couple ladies, and maybe it was, it could have been friends, it could have been sisters, maybe they had, their children, hanging out with each other, two girls. Well, the one girl was very dressed up and, wearing a beautiful dress. Of course, this is the kind of dress that you really want to be out in the woods, but people do this, men and women and children, where they go out and they find a hiking trail or parks or anywhere outside, and they want to take pictures. And that's really what I was walking in on, is that the mother, the daughter was standing on the side of the trail, and the mom decided that was a spot that she wanted to take a picture for that particular background, so like I said, the daughter was dressed up in clothes that you definitely, those are clothes that you would not hike in. It's just that the mother wanted to take her daughter out to get these photos done of her daughter, at this particular time yesterday. So, and you're probably thinking, what is this leading to, Starlight? And what this is leading to, which down the road, right now, you might think it's okay to do these kind of things, but really, I would not advise you to do these things. Do you bribe? If I got that word right, I was trying to say that on my phone, but I kept on saying different vocabulary words. Do you bribe your kids to do stuff? So the daughter was giving the mom a hard time about standing out there. And, the mom had her heart in the right place, because it's good to make your kids feel important, because I grew up without having pictures on the wall of me and my brother. Our school pictures sat on top of the refrigerator collecting dust, and our stepbrother's pictures were on the wall with the stepmother family, So we were together in a divided family right after my parents got married. There was no wedding pictures of the wedding on the wall. It just was all my stepmother and her kids on the wall. We were not in those pictures, you know, on the wall in the house. So it is great, and it does take a lot of time. And these days, it doesn't cost as much as it did in a long time ago, because you had to bring your film to a store somewhere and get it developed, and then you had to pay for all of them, whether they came out right or not, or whether you even liked them. So now you only have to pay for the ones that you really want. You're like, hey, I like that picture on my phone, and I'm going to go to the store and get that one enlarged. So anyway, the daughter was giving the mother a hard time for some reason. Maybe she was embarrassed, because people walking by. Maybe she just wanted to give her mom, maybe she was just showing off in front of her, the other girl that was standing next to her that wasn't dressed up. So it could have been all kinds of things why the daughter was behaving the way she was, and at her age, where all she had to do is pose, and she was giving her mom a hard time about posing for the camera. Now, some kids, they do have that problem because they get embarrassed about their family members, because they really know the shit that goes on at home, and now they're out there. It's kind of like the Dexter show that I watched when I was younger. Is wow, Dexter didn't want to, he's like, why do I have to smile? And so he was learning all kinds of crazy stuff on that show. I'll tell you, that is some crazy show out there of a serial killer. And Starlight's got funky taste, but it was crazy because he was learning to just pretend. He was learning to just blend in with everybody else, and that's a good part of how he got away with so much on that show. And so with this girl, though, she didn't want to pose for her mom, and her mom was getting upset because they're out there to take pictures, and you got people passing by. And so the mom's like, when I walked through, like, more or less like, hey, like, I'll give you, like she was being funny, like $1,000, if you just pose. She wasn't really going to do that, but I don't know how many, and I'm not saying the mom has been doing this anyway, but the mom, by the sounds of it, is, do you have to bribe your kids to obey you? I know, like, when I had my kids, when it came to dinner, I didn't do exactly what my parents did. Is that I'm like, I wanted them to eat all their food on their plate, the vegetables or potatoes, the meat, and so my rule was, if you want dessert later on, you gotta eat the food on your plate. If you don't eat the food on your plate, forget it. You're not getting dessert. So that was my rule. So I did change things about the way my parents did things. So so with this daughter, you don't really want to, like, hey, if you will do this for me, I will give you money. With this girl, though, whatever, how old, it doesn't even matter how old, but if the mom is just doing this to get, because a lot of times parents don't want to deal with their kids' attitudes, and it takes time. That means that mom and dad can't relax, and that means they got to get up, they got to take care of this problem, and let the child know that there are like, when you break, there's I got to get the word right here, you got to pay, like, when you do something wrong, there's circumstances that are going to happen, like if you lie, they need to be taught that what lying is going to do, and there's got to be some consequences of what lying is. And like, stealing is crazy, so you really don't want to bribe your kids by saying, if you do this, I will give you this for that, because it's different, like when they start off and training them for, like, cleaning their bedrooms, but you know what? later on, they're not going to get paid for cleaning in their own bedroom. So it might be a good thing to do in the beginning when they start off, when they're little. Like, hey, I can earn a little bit of money by doing some house chores, but then you want to wean them off. You don't want them getting too used to that. Now, maybe doing the yard work, or something like that, is to get them to understand about responsibilities and all that, so when they get older, they might actually want to start their own, business for cleaning, doing landscape. And like my son started, he started really young, and I'm really proud of him. We lived on a street and there was a whole bunch of houses. We had a push mower. And so he wanted money, and he realized, hey, if I want money, I'm just going to go out and, he started his own mowing business at a very young age. I don't even think he was 16, he already was out there, mowing people's yards. And he, he realized later on, that's not what I want to do, so he was wise, because he realized it's a lot of hard work, but you don't want to pay your kids to obey you. House chores are one thing, but to say, hey, I'll give you $10, just here, stand there and pose. Because what's going to end up happening is when that daughter gets older, things could get rocky with the family. The daughter could leave at a young age, could go her own way because she's already, going against the mom, already can't even pose for a camera, giving her mom an attitude, and it could have been a mixture of reasons why the daughter was acting and behaving this way, because if that girl later on, doesn't have a relationship with her mom because she is rebellious and wants to go out and hang out with her cool friends that, are not so cool, and, she could be going through some desperate times where she doesn't have certain things, like especially if kids start smoking cigarettes or doing drugs or alcohol or any of that, is that, somebody could say, hey, I'll get you a pack of cigarettes, or I'll buy you this if you, and how can I explain this? Sometimes people out there might not know what I'm talking about, but they could say like, hey, I'll give you $5 if you give me a kiss. And it could even get worse than a kiss. So you don't want to, I don't want to say shouldn't or should, but really that's not the way you want to start off with your kids, is that, hey, I got to pay you to obey me. Because then you're teaching them that, hey, I could get away with shit with you, and I could be a pain in your ass, and I'm just going to rebel all the time because I want to get from you. You're going to create a big, huge monster later on in life. Now that person later on is going to be an adult, and how is that adult going to make it through this life, through society, through jobs, through anything, by thinking that all I got to do is act like a brat, and I'm going to get money for it. You're paying me to be a brat. So you really don't want to bribe your kids and saying, hey, if you just, pose, and just pose for me, I will give you, $1,000 if you just, because that girl could get in a whole lot of trouble. The world, Starlight, I've had so many people throughout my life try to give me money to have sex, and I'm not that chick. So, there's other chicks out there that will do that. They go on Craigslist and, all different sites out there these days, to tease men and try to seduce them to, hopefully get their money. Not too long ago, this is kind of weird. I can't remember if I mentioned this, but somebody wanted me to get a job for men that have a foot fetish, and, $50, man, I don't know how much, $500 I could, or even more. What am I going to do with my feet? What do you want? What do you want, huh? You want me to put my feet into whipped cream, huh? Does that turn you on? So, just the whole thought. And God's like, no, Starlight, we don't want you being a part of that. So, it's too funny. So you really gotta be careful what you're teaching your children, and you really gotta be that one in charge. Don't let your children be the one running the show, and that starts, from the time that they're born all the way through. It really does. They're not stupid. They're very, 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 very smart. From the time that they come out, and they're studying you like you're studying them, but they're watching. So if you cave into everything that they want, well, hey, you're gonna have a handful. And then, then it's going to give you permission later on to why you're beating your children. Well, is it the child's fault, really? Or is the parent's fault because they didn't take care of business in the beginning the right way to help their children to know you're not getting away with this. I'm going to, I'll turn, and you got to watch out for kids. They're pretty smart. You could take their video games away, and this is what I say. I'm not saying that the kids out at libraries do this, but some of them could be. Well, I'm going to take your video game away. We're picking it up, taking the whole thing. The video game's not even going to be in the house because the kids are so smart. And if they found it, they would probably wait until you leave and plug it in and wait for you to come back and then unplug it and put it back where it came from. So, but I didn't know this until I go to all these libraries. There's kids playing video games. The libraries actually have like games that they hand the kids, and they can actually, play video games at the library. It's like, we're gonna discipline you, no computer for a month. Hey Mom, can I go to the library? Sure. Oh wow, my son, my daughter, they're so smart. They actually want to go to the library and learn. Hey, yeah, go have fun. And the parents are not even there, and the kids are on video games. So they are smart. They are very smart. It's like somebody I know. So anyway, I love you so much. I really hope you get a lot of help from this. And I love you so much. This is Starlight. You could give this video a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you can leave a message down below. Beep, beep, beep. And you can also ring that bell. Plus, you could share my videos with your family, friends. A bat? My Starlight has definitely been around with bats. That's a batty story. Yeah, but I'm not going to share that right now. And let's see, a bat. Ooh, I saw one last night. I forgot all about it, or the night before. A black cat. Yes. You could share. It's near Halloween time. It's coming up. So a black cat. Keep your black cats inside the house from now on, all the way until Halloween. So anyway, besides keeping your black cats inside right now. Anyway, I do love you, and I hope you really get some help on this video. Is don't pay your kids to obey. It's okay to help them out, like with like chore money, to help them out if they really, but make them work for it, let them know that, you got to work for that, but, you can decide on your own whether you do it all the time or once in a while, so they don't get too used to it, because they do have to learn eventually that, when you're on your own, you're not going to get paid to do your own house chores at the house. So anyway, I love you. This is Starlight. Namaste. This is Starlight, love, light, and